must be solved with mechanical means, what's the first thing we do when we see a dystocia? Freak out. No. What's the first thing we do? Move the mom. Move the mom. Move the mom. It's a mechanical issue. We either move the mom or we move the baby. It's a lot easier to move the mom than move the baby. So move the mom. Right? If moving the mom doesn't work with her power, then we go in and move the baby. How long do you try a technique?
As long as it takes.
Until it doesn't work, and then you do a next technique. There is no possible way I can teach you an order of what to do when. It's too individual, it's too specific, it's too complicated. It's not going to be something you even remember, because adrenaline does this thing of like resetting your brain and taking away all of your previously planned ideas. You know how this happens. It has to be in the moment. So that's how we train. We train in the moment. Real time. So we don't stop until the baby is out. This is my other big takeaway. Don't stop until the baby is out. You do not have the luxury of taking a break. You do not have a luxury of pausing. When you attend home birth, when you work in the community setting, there is no one coming to help you. And there isn't time anyway. You must get this baby out. Do not stop until the baby's out. Even if EMS arrives, they don't know more than you. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Work and work and work until you get that baby out. Try the next technique and the next one and the next one, and move the mom again and move the baby again and move your hands again and move your body and move the mom and do it again and again and again until the baby's out. Don't stop until the baby's out. Questions? It's okay if you're terrified.
What if you can't get the baby out?
That is not an option you're willing to consider.
Okay.
What was the question?
What happens if you can't get the baby out? That's not an option. You must get the baby out. Failure is not an option. Yeah, I mean, we're right here on the edge, folks. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I think I mentioned it before, but midwifery is the hardest job on the planet.
So you've always gotten the baby out?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so should you. It might be in the ambulance. It might be in the ER. It might be when someone with reserves and energy and skills at least as good as yours takes over, which is a reason to attend births with talented folks and not by yourself. But yeah, you can't stop to get the baby out. Shoulder dystocia happens 2% of births. In unmedicated, fully mobile moms, it should be even less, or the solution should be even easier. In unmedicated, fully mobile, educated, passionate, motivated folks who trust you and will do what you say, it should happen even faster. And you add to that the idea that you're doing really excellent risk assessment and only taking people who are appropriate for out-of-hospital care, it should happen almost zero, folks. But we prepare for everything. So, the techniques we know, let's name them. McRoberts, hands and knees, stand up, roll over, Tully, running start, wood screw, shrug, Reuben, whatever you want to call it. How about freeing the posterior arm? This is a nifty one. Mom rolls over onto her hands and knees. And you can reach your examining hand in along the baby's shoulder and reach until all the way until you can get your finger, and it's definitely hard, but you get your finger up under an armpit and you deliver that posterior shoulder first. Now we've made room because we've gotten the angle different. That makes sense? Now with the posterior shoulder out from under, the anterior shoulder can come out.
So can the baby's arm be injured, or does it not matter at that point?
The baby's arm can be injured. Absolutely. The baby and the mom could both be injured in this process.
Yeah.
Well, there's also the maneuver that I've heard of doctors doing, where you break the collarbone in order to pull the shoulders closer together to get the baby out.
Yeah. Breaking the collarbone is a technique to decrease the diameter of the shoulders. In actuality, though, this does not work like we think it works. We were all trained with the idea breaking the collarbone is the last ditch resort. Keep it in your back pocket. It's the way you can get a baby out who's really stuck. No. Has anyone ever tried to break a collarbone? It's very hard to do. They're solid little suckers.
Well, and essentially when you're in trying to manually move the shoulders, what you're doing is this.
Right.
Yeah, hopefully we can collapse.
You can roll those shoulders anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem being when it's this,
Yeah.
there's no rolling that can happen, right? There's no, this is tracked. So this is that idea where then it would collapse, right? But I've tried to break a collarbone. I have only been successful once.
And did it work to get the baby out?
No,
Okay.
we had to do something else. I've taken consults from midwives who thought they were breaking the collarbone, but were actually breaking the humerus.
Oh, Jesus.
That sucks. But here's the bottom line. I don't care. Whatever it takes to get that baby out. You heal from a broken bone. You do not come back from not breathing, asphyxia, death. Get the baby out. Getting your hands in to move the baby might cause some pretty significant damage to her bottom. That sucks. But risk-benefit alternative here, get the baby out. Right? Okay, so we have all these things we could try. We have a unmedicated, mobile, motivated mom. What else do we need in a shoulder dystocia scenario to create success? You absolutely need the capacity to resuscitate, because after this delay and hard work, this baby might come so depressed that it needs a lot of help to get here. So what does capacity to resuscitate mean? You need the training, you need the stuff, and you need the people. The people to do it. You cannot depend on yourself being able to do it, because after you've worked to get that baby out, the level of adrenaline in your body is so high, your hands may not actually work. This happened to anyone before? I have bowed tendons before. My whole hand swelled up and was unusable for weeks getting a baby out. To then have a time and accurately resuscitate a baby is impossible. You have to have enough people there to do all the steps. How many people does it take to resuscitate?
At least two.
At least two. Yes. Gone are the days when we can show up with our little tiny midwife bag and smile and sing Kumbaya. We can't do that anymore, y'all. We can't. When we know better, we do better. We can't. We know better now. We need to take a team that can do all the things, and sometimes all the things at once. You ever worked hard to get a baby out, then have to resuscitate and deal with a massive hemorrhage at the same time? Then how many people do you need?
4.
All of them?
All the people. It makes sense why 25 people rush into a birthing room in the hospital now, doesn't it? It makes sense. All the jobs that have to be done to keep us safe is extreme. Alrighty, so we need the training. Most of you have taken Karen Strange training, fantastic. Take all the trainings, practice the trainings, get out the doll, get out the ambu bag, practice the count, practice the timing. Do it every month with the team you work with, and you'll be ready. We need the stuff. Don't go to birth without ambu bags. Don't go to birth without the stuff that you need to make this happen. We need the people. Train the people. Those of you who are already practicing as midwives, run a monthly study group. Invite your community members, even if they're green. Get them going on their education. You'll need a whole team of people. And our workforce is like constantly having babies. and needing time off.
But I feel personally attacked.
I'm so sorry. I don't mean that in any negative way. I just mean like we need more than one person. You're doing a good job. It's wonderful that we keep having babies. But you can't be a new mother and a midwife assistant. I mean, there's little bits of time you can strap a baby to your back, but then are you leaving your newborn who's nursing all night? It's just not a thing. Like you need breaks, you need time off, you need maternity leave, just like from any other job. And we need to have people to fill in who are skilled and competent. So you need a whole resource list of people to call. And then there's like all the everyday things, like your kid is sick, or you're in a car accident, or there's like a massive snowstorm and the person who lives an hour away can't get to you, or like all the things. Like, you need people. What else do you need to be safe and take care of a dystocia?
A mom who trusts you, that you have that relationship with, and will do exactly as you say when that change in your voice that you tell them about?
Yes, definitely. We need to have communicated with our birthing person in such a way that they know what to expect, even in the unexpected. We need to have those come to Jesus meetings and say, when it happens like this, this is what it looks like. When I need you to move, I get this really bossy mom voice, midwife voice on. Don't worry, you won't miss it. I'm not trying to boss your labor around. I'm trying to keep you healthy and safe. Please do what I say. Do you understand? We got to have that conversation. We got to have a conversation with every other person in the room at the birth. Does dad, birthing partner, know what's happening? Does mother-in-law, grandma understand your level of training and what's about to happen? Would they actually be helpful or harmful in an emergency? What else do we need? You need a way to access next level care. You need a 911 call script. You need a transport plan. And hopefully you've done in-services with your EMTs so that they know how to help you effectively. You need to understand SBAR so that you can effectively communicate to hospital staff as you have your hands inside trying to deal with someone's dystocia. As you're resuscitating a baby on a gurney, you need to be able to call out SBAR so that the next level of help can get what you need moving, can assess just at your same rate of assessment, and we don't delay treatment for lack of communication. And then lastly, after all this has happened, and hospital staff has taken over, and your baby's either okay or not, you need a community to come home to. You need arms to catch you. This shit is so hard, y'all. If you carry the trauma of this experience into the next birth, you are not practicing safely. You are not practicing optimally for that next mama. And you're not going to last in this profession. You will burn out. So let's practice some dystocia skills. Ready?